So hello everyone and welcome to my first video on YouTube, and in this video I'm going to talk about the best business model and the best way to really grow a coaching business. This can really be any business that really sells a high ticket offer, but I'm going to go over my strategy and also the best strategy that I've seen from many other entrepreneurs out there that is sort of the best way I've seen to really attract clients on a consistent basis whilst growing your most powerful asset you can have, which is your personal brand. So I'm going to show you a quick board and a sort of strategy on how to attract clients without sending any cold DMs whatsoever whilst growing your personal brand in the process, which is ultimately going to create more leverage for you, more trust, and exponentially grow in the future. So let's get out of here. So I'm just going to zoom in here. And the one thing that it starts off with is short format content. You've probably seen in the past few years now that the most trending thing out there is short form content. And over the past few years before that, it used to be YouTube videos, it used to be different methods, but now this is the trending, it's the best thing to do. It is the best thing hands down to do in 2023, 2024 and beyond, is to grow with short form content. And if you're a coach especially, if you are not portraying your value as a coach in front of the camera, talking to the camera, building trust with your audience, and showing the value of your service, no one's going to trust you, no one's going to buy your program, and that's sort of the end of the debate. So in order to really grow an effective personal brand, you need short form content. You can grow your Twitter or X account with not getting in front of the camera, but ultimately it is the best way. It's the fastest way because they see your face, it's human, they're going to trust you before they get on the sales calls with you in your program, face-to-face, one-to-one. They're already going to know you and they're going to be so warm that they're going to buy your program. So the fundamental sort of pillar of the whole business is just creating really, really powerful and great short-form content that attracts your ideal audience. And this is already like a big step in the right direction because I've seen very many coaches that don't have any short-form content and just have a Calendly link in their bio and they already want to go for the close. And they skipped everything that really allows your audience to warm up, trust you, and really want to invest in a high-ticket program. If you want to buy something that is like $5, sure, you can click in the bio and buy. But we're talking about a high-ticket service, a high-ticket product here. And there's so many people that completely miss the middle of funnel, which is the process of warming up the customer to really trust you and actually buy your products. And this is why short-form content is so powerful, because it's that initial touch point, that first touch point that you have with your ideal audience. And I've got another visual here. The short-form content is the awareness. So how you get in touch with your ideal audience. And like I mentioned before, of course you can send a bunch of cold emails, a bunch of cold DMs and get people interested. But that's not going to build anything long term. If you stop sending cold DMs, if you stop sending emails, your business is done. And you want to build something that grows over time without you putting in the same effort or more effort. It's going to be less effort to attract the same amount of attention is what I'm trying to say. So the first touch point is short form content, is creating that ideal awareness. Now, in terms of creating short form content, what I've seen is there's many people that either just create personal content, they just create content that they want to create, or that just comes up to them like out of the blue. They just want to make random stuff and always change their style of videos. And they might actually grow a decent amount of following simply because they have lots of different touch points to go viral, and maybe one video goes viral, they get lots of followers, and the truth is they might get lots of attention, they might get lots of followers, but all the followers don't want to buy your product. They're simply just followers because they like that viral post. So you're getting a bunch of followers that don't want to buy. At the same time, if you do 100% sales videos or videos where you're just pitching your service every time, oh, I can help you, I'm doing the best, I'm the best at this, people won't trust you because they'll think you're just trying to sell them and it's not going to really work. And then lastly, if you create just valuable content, this is out of all of these, this is probably the best if you would do 100% of. If you just create valuable content around your service, you won't get probably as many views, but you will create at least followers and attention that is interested in your service. However, if you never do a sales video or never pitch it, people don't know that you really offer it and they won't buy. So the trick behind creating short form content is creating like 3 different pillars of content so that you have a whole personal brand that has intention, which is ultimately converting and making money, having longevity, which is the personal brand side of it or the personal story side of it, and then also has a lot of value, which ultimately creates the conversion, and that's the valuable content. And many people skip these 3 steps, which is really important, and this is sort of the different dispersion of content. 20% of the content should be sales videos, meaning videos where you talk to your ideal prospect, your ideal avatar. You talk how you can help them. You give some proof. So I've helped this and this person. I can do this and this. And then you give them a call to action. I'm going to get onto the call to action in a second, but that is the sales videos. Just pitching your service. Then, in terms of the personal content, this is to make yourself more human-like. This is to separate yourself from other coaches or other personal brands, is your unique story. Why you have like an advantage over other people or whatever the case may be. Like the personal content. This could be anything. This could be some self-improvement content. This could be your favorite thing to eat. This could be anything. This is just creating content that you're truly just want to make and you're passionate about in order to make your brand more human-like. For example, the other day I saw Alex Hormozy make a video of how to if you're an ugly dude, how to fix that. And he said, get a long beard, put a cap on like he does. And obviously it was just something funny, but that is what makes the personal brand, is the personal side of it. So don't forget this element of the branding as well. As well as that, you can have sales videos, but you also have to have the majority of the content, 60%, is just going to be you giving value to your audience surrounding your service. So if you're a mindset coach, this could be just giving mindset tips. This could be giving tips on how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety, and not wanting anything in return, just giving value. Now, the reason that is because on 20% of the sales videos, the call to action will be follow me for more and go through my past content. Now, this is extremely important because the call to action gives them incentive to follow you, and it also gives them incentive to go through all your valuable content that warms them up and trust you because they get lots and lots of value from you. Now, this done right is extremely powerful. And the key thing here is we don't want to do any cold outreach. We don't want to message people that are unqualified, that don't really fit our ideal avatar, but we message them anyway. We get on a sales call and we waste our time. We don't want to do that. To make a scalable model, you have to have predictable results. And that's where ads come in. So this is all in terms of Instagram, by the way. Obviously, the same can be replicated on other platforms to grow the audience, but this ad method is specifically for Instagram. Now, you want to push these sales videos where you're targeting exactly your ideal avatar, where you target their pain points and give them the incentive to follow you. So the CTA in terms of the ads is just going to be for profile visits. So this is going to be basically for profile visits, and you can start with very cheap, like $10 a day for a video with Instagram. So $300 a month in order to run these ads. Now, what is this going to do? It's going to create followers that are your ideal avatar onto your page, onto your Instagram. And your Instagram, in this case, is a landing page. That is the whole point of it. It's meant to convert. So from pushing with ads, you have them on your landing page and you convert. Now, obviously you can do without ads, but we're not going to have predictable results in order to scale, because you don't want to have all of your faith on the Instagram algorithm and on algorithms in general in order to make sales, because that's extremely risky. You don't know when your next sale is coming, and it's hard for you to scale and ultimately have a proper business. So that's where the ads come in. And from mentioning, oh, go through my past content, they learn about your story. They learn about the value you bring. So like I said here, it's going to get followers, likes, and comments. So overall, you're going to have engagement on your page. Now, what does this mean? This is perfect. This is a perfect way to actually reach out to those people and start a conversation. You say, hey, thanks so much for the follow. Oh, no problem, man. Just curious, like, how did you find my page? Oh, I found it from the Reels section. Oh, okay, cool. I saw you like this post. You just make a really simple, not pushy conversation where you learn about them, why they followed you, what they like about your stuff, to learn their pain points, and ultimately, this is going to be the start of nurturing the lead. Now, even many coaches here, or people that sell high-ticket programs, they just go straight for the close and message them and say, hey man, do you want to buy my course for $2,000? It doesn't work. They need to be warmed up. And this is the middle of funnel. So here at the beginning, you created awareness through the short form content. Then you created interest by giving them this valuable content. And now you're at the consideration phase. And this is where you want to create a middle of funnel. So this is where you create YouTube videos. This is where you have a newsletter. This is where you have a community. This is where you have a freebie. You want to send them to this exclusive content that you created that warms them up even more to where you can then close. The reason why you mention, why you say, follow me and go through my past content is because you want them to spend as much time as possible watching and consuming your content. Because this is the law of the universe. If you give, the other person will have the automatic response to give you something in return. And in this case, it's their money. You're going to give them so much upfront value through your YouTube videos, through your free content, through your short form content, your community, etc., that when you ask, hey man, I saw that you are part of the community. I saw you had this problem. If you like, we can hop on a discovery call and see if we can maybe solve this together. Just create a really easy call to action like that and get them on a call. And because they know you so well and they trust you, it's going to be an easy close. And this system is only rarely used by coaches. Either they completely forget a middle of funnel, they don't have a newsletter, they don't have YouTube videos, they don't have a community, they don't have a freebie, they don't have any short form content. So this is a blue ocean strategy right here that is just becoming popular, or just really getting traction by a few individuals. And the more you wait on this, the more this is going to be overused and everyone's going to know the strategy and it's not going to be effective. That's the truth of this strategy. Now, the reason why I mention this is because, I have an agency. Just to be completely honest with you, I've got an agency, I run it by myself, and, have a small team behind me. And the agency or my company really deals with one specific problem. It's not closing, it's not the middle of funnel, it's not reaching out through the DMs, it's not even like pushing the ads. It's the very first sort of block of this whole process, and that's short form content. Because I can give you this whole system and show, tell you, okay, you should implement this structure, but there's so many problems just starting here and coming up with this as well. So I wrote down a few of the problems that might occur. So wrong messaging is a big one. When it comes to creating content, there's many coaches that have a service but have the wrong messaging in their videos, and they're attracting the wrong audience that don't want their service. And this is also addressing the right pain points, addressing the right dream outcomes for your potential clients. Other than that, the short form content has quality issues, meaning it just doesn't look very good for people to trust you, because there's other coaches that have better looking content than you, and they would rather go to them. So you have to have very good quality. Other than that, they create videos that they want to create or they think would be valuable, but on the surface level, it's got no value or very little value for the viewer or for the potential audience. Other than that, it's not algorithm friendly, meaning they might create content where it doesn't have a really powerful hook to get people interested in what you have to talk about. And it's just not algorithm friendly. You don't have good captions that are good for SEO, for Instagram or other platforms, and it just doesn't perform well. And you spend hours on hours on hours creating content, and it just does not get the views you think it deserves. Other than that, there's also basic editing or no editing whatsoever on your videos. And by basic, I mean Alex Hormozi style. In my opinion, that's basic because everyone is doing that stuff and no one is separating themselves from the crowd, and it just all looks the same, and you won't be able to really grow that really personal brand that you want to. And to really top all of these problems off, there's also a big lack of consistency. So you might create a video and, it does quite well, but then a month later, you're not creating videos anymore because you're too busy or whatever the case may be. And you stop the whole process and your business fails. So the lack of consistency is a really big one. Now, what my service really helps is dealing with all of those problems. So this is really creating really great scripts for your videos. This is creating really high quality edited videos. This is really creating really good value for your ideal client. This is how to create videos that are pushed by the algorithm that really reach the amount of people that you want. This is creating a unique editing style that sets you apart from your competitors, and it obviously means that you really create consistent posts every month that really tops off this whole solution. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, great, this guy gave me this whole framework and now just wants to sell me on something. And that's totally not true. Ultimately, obviously, I want to make money, but I want to give a free discovery call to whoever is interested in this framework and wants to know more. I will go through everything tailored to your business, tailored to what you're doing right now. And then if we don't seem like we're a good fit, we can go our separate ways. And that's that. But I want to just reach out my hand here to whoever is interested in learning more about this framework and creating a content creation system that's going to basically power the whole system. So you can reach out to me on my Instagram. I'll have a link in the bio below, and then we can get in touch. And other than that, have a wonderful rest of your day.